Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are continuing on with the Disney Princess inspired bows. Our bow for today is Jasmine. It is going to be an inverted boutique bow. You are going to need 4 pieces of 1.5 inch wide grosgrain, 13 inches long, and 3 pieces of 1.5 inch wide grosgrain, 6 inches long. You are also going to need a strip of 3/8 to wrap the center. I would recommend doing at least 2 colors to contrast. It's nice to have the outside one color and the inside a different color. It really honestly does make the bow so much more appealing. I'm going to clip this because it seems to keep shifting, because the gold ribbon is just slightly bigger than the ribbon on the outside. It's called Blue Lagoon from Ribbon and Bows Oh My, and then this is the Champagne Dazzle grosgrain as well. So you are also going to need some straight pins for this portion of it, a salon clip to hold your spikes together while you're waiting to sew them. You are going to need a lined clip of your choice. I am using a double prong clip. You are also going to need scissors. You're going to need needle and thread, a lighter, and your glue gun. I've started this one already so you can see how it is going to be finished and ready to sew. I have saved one to show you guys how to form the loops. Now on this one right here, what I did was make sure pieces are even. What I did was this, where I did right over left, but we are reversing it for the other side. So what you're going to do is you're going to do left over right. Overlap just a little bit. Take one of your straight pins. I prefer the ones with the little colored balls. They're easier to pull out of your project when needed. So you should have this so far. I'm going to bring this like this and slide behind that loop. And then you're going to take straight pins and pin that down as well. Making sure everything is kept even. And there you go. You have one loop done. Like I said, I did the other one already, as you can see here. So I'm going to quick sew these up, and then I will show you how to finish off the bow. You're going to start going in through the top. A little harder with Dazzle grosgrain, so you have to have a little bit of patience for this. And you're going to come up on the other side of that straight pin. Then you're going to go down halfway between the others and come up right on the other side. These straight pins, if you place them evenly, really do help your, oh, you need to catch that layer there. I'm going to make sure you catch all of the layers. And I did my spacing a little off on this, so I am going to backtrack just a little bit. This is where the dowel needles come in really in handy. I did not space my straight pins correctly. So we are going to have to get a little creative with the stitching here. You want to make sure whatever you are doing, you are catching every single layer. But your first stitch should go down through the top and your last stitch needs to come up through the top. I think I'm going to need my thimble for this because I am killing my fingers trying to push. You paid attention to my Temu haul, you saw that I got this in one of my last Temu hauls. And it really does help to push the needle through. Be careful when you're pulling your thread through that it's not snagging on the straight pins. Once you have this pulled completely through, you can remove the straight pins. Everything is held in place and you don't need to worry about that. Now, you're going to come over to the other one, again making sure your loops match up before you sew. You're going to start at the top of the loop, but do as you did before where you go down through the top. And you're going to repeat the process you did before. I forgot to bring that one up. Repeat the process that you did before, making sure to catch every layer. I tend not to pull my needle all the way through because if you make a mistake, it's easier to walk it back when everything's still on the needle, which is again why I use dowel needles. They're the longest ones that I can get at the store. And it really does help if you make a mistake. Put my thimble on again to save my poor thumb. Push that all the way through as far as you can, and then it is just a yanking through. With the Dazzle grosgrain, it is a bit thicker, so it's a little harder to do. I've seen this where they sewed each side up separately. I just find it easier to do it this way. Pull the knot out on the bottom a little bit so that you can do this with it. This way there's no gluing the two sides together and hoping they don't come apart because they're all connected by the same thread. You're going to knot off a couple of times, making sure you keep it down here where it's easily hidden because you're not going to be able to get it flush when you clip off the excess. And I know it looks a hot mess now, but wait a minute. You're not going to be able to get it flush when you clip off the excess, even with some of the smallest scissors that you have. So there's going to be that little bit that's left there, which is why it's nice to hide it in a place that nobody's going to see it. If you clip it short enough, the center wrap should cover it anyway. All right. I'm just re-knotting my thread because we're going to need that for the next portion. I promised you it was going to look better, and it is. You just have to come around and shape it a little. And there you go. It looks so much better than it did when we initially picked it up to shape it. So we're going to put this aside and come back to it when we have the spikes done. Here are the spikes. I have already V-cut mine, laid them out in the pattern that I want them. I'm going to pull the salon clip off, and you're going to come up through the center right there. Try to keep it as close to the center as possible. And I only come up through everything. Wrap the thread around once. Lay your spikes down flat. And it's very important to keep a finger on either side of the thread to hold it down. And all you're going to do is pull tight. It gives you the nice creases there already. And it's minimal sewing. You just wrap it around a couple more times. I give a final cinch before tying it off. And finish tying it off. And clip off the excess. Those are your finished spikes. Now you have a couple of options here. You can leave the spikes as is and not do anything else with them. However, you guys know with my spikes on my regular boutique bows and the Biddy boutique bows, I prefer gluing my spikes together. Keeps them in a perfect fan out position. So my thread has been re-knotted. I'm going to put that off to the side. You want to leave a little bit of a space there, just a little gap between the two. And I just put a little dollop of glue there. And glue them together. And repeat that with the rest of the spikes, making sure to keep about the same gap in between the tips on each one. And last spike. There your spikes are. They are going to stay fanned out like this at all times. This is why I prefer to glue them. Now you're going to attach the clip of your choice to the back now. It's so much easier to do when you don't have anything in your way. You guys know I always advocate for this. I'm using this clip. I normally use a larger clip, but this is for a specific customer and they requested this clip. So it's a little awkward for me because it's not what I normally use, but we'll make it work. I usually just pinch in the center and push down to make sure that everything attaches firmly. You are going to get your center wrap. I usually put this on before I add the top bow. I forgot. So we're doing it now. It's fine. And wrap around the bow. I usually go around twice, just because the first pass has a tendency to bunch like that, like this. No matter how hard I try, it always seems to do that. So I end up doing a second pass where I can make sure it doesn't bunch that tightly. I really don't like this clip on here. I think I'm going to end up sending a picture of this to her and asking her if this is what she really wants when it's done. And in that case, I am not going to clip off the excess of the 3/8 here. You would normally clip off the excess, but I'm not sure this is exactly what she had in mind when she picked the clip, because it's going to be really hard to get in and out of the hair. So normally you would be clipping off the excess of the 3/8 now. Pretend that I've done that and just ignore the little tail hanging there. And you're going to come and you're going to fix all of your loops and your spikes. Now you can leave it plain like this, or you can add an embellishment like that. I'm going to add this one right now. And there you go. This is a Jasmine inspired inverted boutique bow. I am going to put this on the stiffening box and spray the heck out of it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. If you have any video suggestions, also please leave those down below in the comment section. Please check the description box for any pertinent links that you might need, or any supplies that you are going to need down below. Our next scheduled video is going to be another Disney Princess one. It is a Tiana one. I will also be putting in a bonus one on Wednesday or Thursday, and that is one of the beaded pen tutorials from the Panda Haul supply haul video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the beaded pens, so keep an eye out for those videos. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you have not checked out our Instagram already, please do so. I leave pictures to all of the projects up there, and you at any time are able to message me, ask me questions on there, or give me video suggestions if you do not feel comfortable leaving that down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please click the like button, share it to anybody you think might be interested in it, And if you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button. It's somewhere around there. Right next to it is a bell. Click that, set your notifications to all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Editing me here, I just wanted to let you guys know she did in fact choose to swap out the clips. As you can see here, this one is the one I usually use on these bows.